A formal welcome, Adnan Burke, as you walk me inside Studio K. More spring training baseball is coming up as we've got the Angels and the Padres taking place at Peoria Stadium. This is a Padres team which is perennially in the mix for a playoff spot with the Angels. They haven't made the playoffs since 2014. That's the longest drought currently in baseball. The lineup for the Angels looks like this, though. Zach Neto, one of baseball's most underrated players. 26 home runs, 26 stolen bases in 2025. Nolan Schanuel is not a prototypical first baseman. He gets on base. 353 career on base, 371 slug. Not a lot of power, but it'll get you on. Meantime, Jorge Soler limited to 82 games with the back injury in 2025, but a lot of Soler power. 203 career home runs, and the guy I love, Joe Adell. Hello, it's me. Led the Angels 37 home runs last year. Finally broke out after 38 home runs in his first 5 MLB seasons. Well, Logan O'Hoppe as well, Denzer Guzman, Rowdy Rodriguez also filling out the line. With regards to the Padres, Xander Bogaerts, X going to give it to you? Sneaky speed. Career high 20 stolen bases last year, also 11 home runs and 30 doubles. Manny Machado enters this year just 31 home runs shy of 400. 27 homers, 95 ribbies a year ago. Jackson Merrill's trying to rebound. 24 homers, 90 RBIs in 2024. He looked like a stud. Last year, 16 home runs, 67 RBIs as he regressed. The guy I love is Nando. Fernando Tatis, you want power, speed, defense, 25 home runs, 32 stolen bases, and he wins a platinum glove in 2025. To go from shortstop to right field, Nando gets to everything. Gavin Sheets, Jake Cronenworth, Ramon Laureano, Laser Ramon, Luis Campusano, and Ty France, the DH, that will round up the lineup for this one. Pitching matchup looks like this. Michael King, limited just 15 starts last year due to a shoulder and knee injury, but he signed a 3-year, $75 million contract with the Padres in December. Now, he can opt out after this season, but how great was he in 2024? 2.95 ERA, 201 strikeouts, and 173 and 2/3 innings. George Klassen gets the call for L.A. He's ranked the Angels' third best prospect according to Baseball America, was on the roster for the AL in the 2025 Futures game. He was drafted by the Phillies at the University of Minnesota. Notable alumni include Ric Flair, former Vice President Walter Mondale, and Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Tony Dungy. How's that for a trifecta? Woo! Meantime, highlights involving the Pirates and the Braves. This is Ryan O'Hearn. Obviously, Padres last year, they were last in runs scored, last in home runs. Need a little punch. O'Hearn's going to try to boost that offense. There's a base hit there. He'll score the run. So Padres, Pirates are up 1-0 on the Braves. Bryce Elder is getting the call. Paul Skeens making his spring training debut. Can't wait to see him for our friend Mark DeRosa, as Team USA will be beginning in the World Baseball Classic next week. Skeens looking on point early. Here's Matt Olson. He walks him after getting the earlier K. Here's Jurickson Profar. And then Austin Riley with 2 on, 2 out, the 1-2 pitch. Got him a little high heat. 98 up in the zone. Mike Yastrzemski trying to help out this Atlanta offense. He had 307 home runs in 2023. Last year, the offense was inconsistent. One of those guys is Ozzie Albies. Had just an 89 OPS plus a year ago and 157 games. Michael Harris the second. The control just a bit off there from Skeens as he walks him. And then Acuna, second and third. Big spot in the bottom of the second. Skeens will induce the pop-up. A little awkward there. Meantime, Matt Olson, as Skeens would go into the third. 2 1/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. So definitely showed off some power, but was a little bit erratic. As for Austin Riley, this was in the bottom of the third. In a 1-1 game, runner on second, blast off for Riley. He's trying to bounce back after last season as well. Just 16 home runs for Riley a season ago. They need at least 25 to 30, especially the kind of contract and the money they're paying him right now. Elder got the call. Couple innings, couple hits, 103 Ks. 3-1 Braves have the edge in the top of the 7th. How about an update now on the Rays and the Orioles? Here's Tyler O'Neill. This guy's not going to get cheated. He's like the muscles from Brussels. Ripping that pitch deep to left. And that's a double there for O'Neill. So occasionally, he will get cheated when it comes to getting that home run. Big-time swing there from O'Neill. And now it's Johnny DeLuca responding for the Rays. With runners in first and second, almost golfed that pitch a little bit. Got underneath it, and that ball will travel. Spring training action in Sarasota, the site of the Baltimore Orioles camp. This is a Rays team that last year just 77 wins. They got back to being a 500 team. Shane McClanahan will be back. He hasn't pitched since 2023. Two-time All-Star. Him and Rasmussen together could be interesting. And as far as the Orioles are concerned, Rogers, awesome last year. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He's now the ace of that Baltimore staff. More highlights for you. Red Sox and Twins. Here's Wilyer Abreu off a Topa. RBI single to right. 1-0 Boston at that point in time. Now it's Luke Keeschel. Runners on first and second. The Twins already challenged by news this spring that Pablo Lopez is out with Tommy John. 2-time Tommy John for Lopez. They're going to need to score some runs. Keeschel's RBI single makes it 5-1. And another run scores makes it 5-2. Hopefully big years from Trevor Larnach and Keeschel and Royce Lewis. Funderburk, one of the best names in the game. 1 inning, couple hits, no runs and a strikeout. 5-2 right now. Boston's the edge. Oviedo, one of 8 or 9 starters the Boston Red Sox have. He can throw 96, 97, big arm, 1 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks. The control was an issue, but did not give up a run in this one. Cardinals and Mets. Jonah Tong, the pride of Markham, Ontario, playing Nolan Gorman here, deep, and that's gone. St. Louis thought to be in a transition year after trading away Nolan Arenado. Chaim Bloom, now the main man after many years of John Mozeliak in charge. Tong can't believe it. But it is indeed a home run. Loving the cap on the Mets. Interesting look there for Tong and company. Tong, 2 2/3, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and a couple of strikeouts. Noel McLean was outstanding a season ago. Tong was very good at first, then struggled. See if he can really be a key part of this rotation. 6-0 St. Louis. Meantime, the Mets are featured tonight. Mets and Phillies at 6 o'clock Eastern. That's the Padres and Arizona. Great stuff from all of our crews, both in Florida and Arizona. And myself and Sean Casey will be here with the action. 2 teams, the pair of new managers in Kurt Suzuki and Craig Stammen. Angels and Padres. Enjoy the action. Are you down with the King? Enjoy Michael King.
And, of course, Joe Musgrove.
You feel good when you have 3 guys who are as established as those 3 gentlemen, although Joe's coming back from Tommy John last year, or really 2 seasons ago. It's nice to have him back in the rotation. And you're right. I think that's probably why there hasn't been a ton of noise about the 4th and 5th competition. But nonetheless, good to see Michael King on the bump starting a ball game again.
Injuries, of course, part of the story for Michael last year as well. Really a frustrating year for him from that standpoint as Zach Neto climbs in to lead things off. Neto, really, really nice year last year. One of the top shortstops in baseball at this point in time, beginning his 4th Major League season. And Michael King's first pitch of 2026 is a fastball at 94 miles an hour. We are underway. But yeah, for Michael King, he woke up one morning in Atlanta. He was supposed to start a game in May, and the neck, the shoulder, none of it really felt right. Ended up being a pinched nerve, and he would miss a ton of time. Officially went to the IL, I think, the next day. Did not return until early August. Made 1 start when he came back, and then returned to the injured list with knee inflammation. So all told last year, 15 starts in the regular year, 5-3, a 3.44 ERA. As you noted in the open, did throw an inning in relief, Game 3 of the wild card series. But kind of all systems go for Michael King here in 2026, back in the rotation, and that, again, it's huge for the Padres.
Yeah, and those things are completely out of his control. He can't control the nerve, certainly can't control spending all that time on the IL and coming back and his knee flaring up on him, and just one of those unlucky seasons. But when Michael King is right, there aren't a lot of starters in this league better.
Saw that before the injuries last year. Neto sends it in the air to right field. Tatis fighting the sun a little bit. And Fernando able to make the play. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Had a 2-hit shutout, Michael King, against Colorado in mid-April. Take a look at the defense today. Fernando's in right. Jackson Merrill in center. Ramon Laureano in left field. Manny and Bogarts on the left side of the infield. Cronenworth and Sheets on the right side. And Luis Campusano doing the catching for Michael King. That's a lot of regulars in there for both of these teams. A lot of fun on this Wednesday afternoon. Nolan Shawnuel, like Neto, a South Florida guy, swings and misses strike 1. Neto and Shawnuel have known each other since they're about 12 years old. 1 out, nobody on, just underway. And King ahead of him, 0-2. There is that patented Michael King changeup that left-handed hitters cannot seem to figure out.
Tunnels it right out of that same slot. You saw the sinker, the first pitch. Gets Shonowell a little bit out in front there. Moves the count to 0-2.
Got him. Come back two-seamer and nothing Nolan Shonowell can do with it. First strikeout of 2026 for Michael King.
One thing that is standing out to me immediately, I remember his first start of spring last year. He was gassed up, could not find the zone. This looks like a much more composed Michael King here to start this ball game.
Here is Jorge Soler, a World Series MVP, grounds it to Manny on the backhand. And just like that, a 1-2-3 first inning for Michael King to start things off. Big bats coming up against Klassen in Peoria.
Pod's Epic Savings Event has been extended. Now save up to 25% until March 2nd and see why Pods is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating or renovating, save up to 25% at pods.com today.
Okay, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
This little light of mine in the dark found a hopeful sign.
For those with depression not getting enough relief from their antidepressant, adding Caplyta can help you let in the light, providing greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone. And unlike some medications, Caplyta is also proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
Padres coming up in the bottom of the first inning after Michael King worked an easy breezy top of the first. Michael needed only 9 pitches to put the Angels down in order. And now Bogarts, Machado, and Merrill against George Klassen, a 24-year-old from Wisconsin, drafted by the Phillies out of the University of Minnesota, making his first appearance of spring. Depending on what book you look at, Klassen the #2 prospect in the Angel organization. Xander making his 3rd start of spring training and 1 for 4 at the dish so far. He takes 97 from Klassen on that fastball. This guy can hit triple digits. He's also got a curveball, a slider, and a changeup, and you certainly understand why they like him as much as they do. 2 balls and 1 strike. Klassen spent most of last year at Double-A Rocket City, which made him a trash panda. My very favorite minor league nickname.
A.K.A. a raccoon.
Huntsville, Alabama. Xander is jammed, and Shonowell into foul territory behind first base makes the catch for the first out in the bottom of the first inning. And a lot of lineup talk these first couple of days with the big boys in there, and sort of the way Padres have handled it, and a little tweak today. Craig Stammen and company of flip-flop Machado and Merrill, so you got Manny hitting second today. First couple of games in which all these guys played, it was Merrill 2, Machado 3. That flip-flops here this afternoon.
I think it's a combination of a bunch of different things. I think obviously these guys are getting themselves prepared for the WBC, so the more at-bats you can get them, the better. But he also indicated that they're taking a look at everything, trying to find out where guys are truly comfortable at in this lineup.
99 and 98 from Klassen, the first 2 pitches to Machado. Missing outside with a 3rd consecutive fastball. So trying to challenge Manny here. He's gotten ahead of him. Season ago, Machado hit second only 8 times in the regular season. Able to lay off that slider.
On the slider at about 92 miles per hour. So far, they've been more cutters. That was a good one, though. That one had some action like a true slider.
24 starts at Double-A for him last year. He's 4-12 with a 5.35 ERA, but he struck out 126 guys in just 102 innings. Did have reverse splits. Righties hit him better than lefties did. Machado unable to hold up that time, and the slider gets him. George Klassen with his first strikeout of the day.
Another slider with good depth to it. Coming in pretty hot at 91 there. Really unable to hold up.
A lot of regulars in the lineup for the Angels. Rodriguez, Lowe, Adele in the outfield left to right. Guzman and Neto on the left side of the infield. Moore and Shawnuel on the right side. And O'Hoppe doing the catching as Jackson Merrill stands in and takes a curveball for strike one. I think pretty much everybody except Mike Trout and Yohan Moncada is in the lineup for the Halos today in terms of their likely opening day lineup. Jackson in an early 0-2 hole here.
Seen the 2 remaining off-speed pitches to the lefty. Curveball and a changeup here to start Jackson Merrill.
Finished him with a fastball at 99 miles an hour and back-to-back Ks to finish a 1-2-3, bottom of the first.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better online protection with NordVPN. It will encrypt your online traffic, protect you from malware, phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get NordVPN now.
New Blue Buffalo Love Made Fresh. The superior nutrition you trust with freedom to mix fresh and dry. It's our natural ingredients served fresh, the way Darla loves it. New from Blue Buffalo. It's love made fresh.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any way you want. Anywhere I want.
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped? Yep, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass.
If you want.
They can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants?
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Spring training rolls on Thursday on MLB Network. It's the Braves and Yankees at 1 Eastern, followed by the Guardians and Mariners at 3. Don't miss any of the action on MLB Network.
Join the Padres On Deck membership waitlist to become a future season ticket member. Enjoy the best access and value on Padres baseball. With memberships currently sold out, this is your chance to secure a spot in line for seats when they become available. Join today at Padres.com/waitlist. Joe Adele will lead it off for the Halos here in a scoreless game, top of the second inning. Both starters very sharp in the first. Michael King, 1-2-3. George Klassen did the same. And Adele chops that one towards third base. Manny handles it right behind the bag. And an easy throw to first. And now they're going to say foul ball. Off his foot in the batter's box, apparently, as the home plate umpire, Charlie Welling, makes that call. So it's his butt to strike. And 1-1 from King.
Career year for Adele last year. Kind of, as you mentioned, they've kind of been waiting on him for a few years. Last year, it kind of came together for him. 37 homers, 98 RBIs.
Led the team, grounds this one to third base. This time, a fair ball, and Manny makes the play one away. I mean, he's one of those guys that, we've started hearing about him. It felt like when he was 14 years old. That's a slight exaggeration. And it's a reminder that just because a guy comes up when he's 19 or 20 doesn't mean he's going to be immediately what they hope he is. Made his major league debut in 2020, kind of a part-time guy until a couple of years ago, and then really did put it together last season. It's a reasonable way to go about starting a career. Josh Lowe.
And to his credit, he kind of learned at the big league level. He didn't have some of the seasoning that some minor leaguers get. That's a tough way to figure it out.
2-0 to Lowe. Watches the sweeper kind of miss outside there. Lowe, the former Tampa Bay Ray, picked up in a three-way trade with the Reds last month. And King just missing with a changeup there. Thought perhaps Luis Campusano might ask for an ABS challenge. We did not see one in the Padres' 6-5 loss to the Cubs yesterday afternoon.
This isn't going to jeopardize his perfect record so far with the ABS.
Would have got 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Another ground ball. Yeah, this time Jake Cronenworth makes the play, 2 down. Now we have to specify. Campusano 6 for 6.
Behind the dish.
0 for 1 as a hitter.
That's 6. The catcher, number 14.
The hitters have been quite disappointing to begin the ABS system.
Are you reading into that yet?
No, not yet.
Are you going to ever allow yourself to read into that?
I'm going to need to see some data.
Here's Logan O'Hoppe going after the first pitch, and he hits it foul into the seats behind home plate. O'Hoppe had a 2-run triple in one of their 2 games yesterday. Angels had a tough Tuesday, lost both games in split squad action. 4-1 to the Giants at home, and 7-5 at Salt River against Colorado. A couple of first-year managers for these 2 teams. Craig Stammen, of course, for the Padres. Kurt Suzuki for the Halos. A couple of guys who are not only teammates but battery mates in Washington just over a decade ago. Parts of 2 years together with the Nats. Suzuki has caught Craig Stammen 42 times in his career. 3rd most of any catcher for Craig. Saw them catching up before the game today.
It's like a whole former national reunion there before the game.
5 up, 5 down so far for Michael King in his 2026 debut. And now 2-2 to O'Hoppe, who has hit 39 home runs the last 2 years.
Michael with a good chance to finish up 2 crispy innings in his Cactus League debut.
First time we're seeing one of the big 3 at the top of the Padre rotation. Nick Pivetta scheduled to go in the game tomorrow. And the other one going to join us right here in the bottom of the inning.
None other than Joe Musgrove.
Pitch number 6 in the at-bat. And O'Hoppe swings and misses at the sweeper, strike 3. A 1-2-3 second for Michael King, and he caps it with a K. After 1.5, no score. Fernando's coming up.
We used Angie and found a pro who was so invested in installing our picture window, he looked after it like it was his own.
So when we needed to pick someone to look after our own, we knew who to trust.
Sign here. It's a will.
Angie, the one you trust to find the ones you trust.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Buy everything. Yes, chef. 3% cash back on chicken. Yes, chef.
3% cash back on desserts.
Sorry, chef.
What's in your wallet?
When you're connected with Spectrum, you get 5G and fiber-powered internet combined for the fastest wireless speeds. So you can sweat for the right reasons. It's only the seamless connection you love at home, everywhere you go. It's only everything.
Philly boy.
Philly boy is a cowboy on a cow.
Philly boy.
To creamy dairy goodness. sacred vow. Now he roams, he's all across the land, all to and fro. To make a dish creamier, there's no place he won't go. Make it really Philly good.
Tee Sheets and Cronenworth for the Pods in the bottom of the second inning against the 24-year-old George Klassen. And we are very happy to be joined in the booth now by Padre right-hander Joe Musgrove. Joe, really appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with us. And welcome back to the booth.
Yeah, thank you. Always enjoy being up here with you guys.
Much more importantly, welcome back to the mound. Getting yourself ramped back up. How you feeling here, spring training 26?
Yeah, good, man. Just like my mood's better every day, getting to show up and actually have something to do and get to be on the field with the guys. The first couple weeks of spring is one of the most exciting times of the year, back into baseball. You get to be with all the boys again. So it's nice to be able to contribute and do a little bit more on the field.
Let's talk a little bit about Michael King just to get things started as Fernando skies one to center field. Lowe's got space out there, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Klassen. In terms of Michael King, 6 up, 6 down, couple of strikeouts certainly seem to pick up where at least our memory left off from a healthy Michael King.
Yeah, that's how you want the first one to go right there. We were talking in the dugout, you don't get a much cleaner first inning than that. 9 pitches, punch out in there. Really good mix on the punch out. I think that Michael's really good. He overlays that sinker and the changeup together really well. Kind of gets you looking out over. You're looking for a start point, and then he front hips 95 with the sinker. That's kind of what he did to Nolan there. But just a really clean 1-2. Able to get out of there feeling good, I'm sure, and look forward to the next one.
First ABS challenge of the game here comes via the catcher.
Call's overturned. LA has 2 challenges remaining.
Joe, you spent the last year kind of in a certain mode, rehab, and has that changed at all coming into spring training where you are healthy?
Yeah, physically I feel a lot better. I think the mentality is a lot more confident and a lot more aggressive with the work that I'm doing. But, from the recovery approach, I'm still doing all the same rehab, that I was doing along the way. Obviously, I think things change throughout different phases of the rehab, but I'm still doing a good amount of work in the training room and in the gym to make sure I'm finishing off and capping this rehab really well.
Now, in regards to things changing, are you cognizant of when that's going to be? Like, is your body going to be the one that lets you know when it's time to change things?
Yeah, I think that's how it's been throughout the whole rehab, really. And the luxury of having as much time as I did is, if the next date came where it was time to take the next step and I didn't feel ready, we didn't push it. We kind of gave it the time it needed. Towards the end of the season, when we were coming up on the postseason, I really wanted to be a part of that, so I was pushing a little bit harder and kind of was feeling some of the bounce back from that.
Yeah.
So I think it was best for me probably that, I didn't pitch in the postseason. I was able to finish out the rehab strong. I've been feeling really good this spring. Haven't really missed a throwing session. Haven't missed a bullpen. Been on track with all my games, so I'm in a really good spot right now. I think the next big step for me is increasing the up-downs. Pitch count's never been a big issue. I can get up there and throw 50 pitches consecutive, but getting up and down and the rest between innings coming off the surgery has been a little more difficult. So that's kind of where I'm really challenging myself to make some growth.
Joe Musgrove is with us. How do you sort of balance going forward, making it as normal as possible while also remaining cognizant that, it isn't totally normal right now?
Yeah, I think just I got to be honest with myself and, realize the bigger picture. It'd be great to come out of spring and have a dominant first month and show everybody how hard I worked in the rehab. But, my goal is to be here at the end of this thing and be pitching meaningful innings in September and October and hopefully lead this team to a championship. And I realize that it's going to take, being honest with myself and knowing when I need to take a day or when I need a break. And I've kind of told the training staff and Ruben and Craig that I want you to treat me as normal as possible and don't make me think about this guy that's coming off of surgery. Allow me to progress, and I'll just be very honest with you. When I need a breather or when I need an extra day or we need to skip a start here, I'll let you know. But I want to go out with the approach of making all my starts and being there and being strong at the end and just kind of let my body tell me when I need to pull back a bit. So,
Joe, such an interesting mix of pitchers in this camp.
Yeah.
Some guys who are kind of looking for bounce back, but everybody extremely talented. What has it been like being involved with a camp with so many different types of arms here?
Yeah, just a lot of pros, man. it's nice being around a group of veteran guys that have done it for years and done it in winning organizations. Have a chance to have them come over and join it, and it feels like our staff is really strong right now, with our performance on the field, but also just the unity that we're building in the clubhouse. Everyone's buying in. We got, a lot of experience to share from, and it's been great. And having guys that have been in the division and know how to pitch to some of these lineups is going to be great as well.
Sheets on, first 2 outs for Laureano. Joe Musgrove is with us. You have an ABS opinion yet?
I kind of like the format of, minimizing the challenges, so it's not just this circus of challenge in every play. But, you don't want it to dictate, you don't want a bad call to dictate the outcome of the game, which, I like having that option. I think what's going to be cool is seeing how teams utilize it, how teams use it to their advantage. Is someone's going to be the first one to come up with something super clever that's going to change how people view it and how it's used. So it's going to be interesting to watch that unfold.
Now, as a pitcher, are you interested in perhaps challenging a call yourself, or
I'm very interested. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to, but I think realistically, with the catchers, how good they are at framing pitches, half the stuff that I think are strikes, I go back and watch it and it's not, and you get caught up in the moment of wanting the pitch and feeling like it's close enough to deserve it. But I think the catchers overall have a better idea of what's a ball and what's a strike, so I think we're going to be instructed probably to let the catchers run the show. And there's certain situations, obviously you're not going to give away challenges, 2 outs, no one on, and an 0-0 count, so picking the right times for it's important. But I think the pitchers are going to be cut off. You saw Michael do it in the first, but they're going to try to signal and let you know, hey, I want to challenge this. I'm not going to do it, but I would challenge it, and just kind of see how our percentages, see how our eyes are.
I was wondering what the jersey ripping was. That's exactly what it was.
There's an element of just data collection going on right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone's trying to figure out what the best method is and how to use it. We talked about different situations too, like the 3-2 check swing, where it's a ball, but maybe he went on the swing. So do you review first, or do you go down and challenge first? Maybe you burn your challenge and then find out he swung anyway, and you've wasted. So there's a lot of different things that we haven't thought about much coming into spring that are starting to get talked about a little bit.
Yeah, there's some funky things that are going to happen. You think about a stolen base attempt with a challenge, and we haven't seen any of that yet, but it's coming.
Yeah.
2-1 to Luis Campusano. Padres trying to threaten here with 2 outs against George Klassen. Joe Musgrove is with us. Pitching staff obviously is a strength of the Padres here. How much do you sort of enjoy getting to watch in the spring these other guys throw on the bullpens, the backfields, whatever it might be?
Yeah, that's the best, man, and that's where the best conversations happen. That's where guys really get better. And I think Craig's done a really good job of running the schedule to allow time for that, because that's one of the most valuable things, is being around the group, watching your guys throw, watching them build, so you can be there when they're down or when something's not going right and offer, what you have for them. But the schedule's been very accommodating to that. So we've, 6, 8, 10 of us will be down there watching these guys' bullpens and watching the lives and kind of doing things as a group, which has been really nice.
That's kind of been a theme that we've picked up on. You guys tend to watch one another's bullpens. How much conversation is happening during that bullpen, and how much is happening as a group afterwards?
Yeah, I think a lot of it for the guys that are watching is just sitting there and watching Ruben and the pitcher interact, and hearing the adjustments Ruben gives, and then watching the next pitch and seeing how they make the adjustment. I think you have the metrics now. We redid the bullpens out there, so we got big TVs with metrics that show everything. So it's nice to be able to sit and watch, how some guys use their stuff, and maybe you got a similar shaped pitch that you can start incorporating the way that they use it. So and then afterwards you always get to sit and get the breakdown of the pin of what a guy was trying to do, what he was, where his mind was at the moment, and what Ruben likes for it. So it's been great.
Ty France batting with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Campusano was just hit on that 3-2 pitch from Klassen. And 0-2 on Ty France. I don't necessarily want to ask another question with 2 strikes and 2 outs, but we appreciate Joe Musgrove being here.
Absolutely. Let's get a knock here. We'll keep talking.
Can you tell yet that you're playing for a manager who was a pitcher? Or it hasn't been?
Yeah, definitely. Craig's been great, though, man. He really seems like he's getting more and more comfortable by the day with the role. Controlling the room, giving freedom to the players, relying more on his coaches to do their job and do what they're put into place to do. It's been great. And I talked about it a while back, but the effort from the group as a whole. You know, I mean, the amount of people you see on the backfields in the mornings doing early work, it's damn near the whole clubhouse. So those guys are all getting their work in on time, and then we spend minimal time on the field as a group, which has been nice. So.
Rain strikes out. That'll end the inning. Klassen leaves them loaded. Joe, really appreciate it.
Guys, thank you.
Joe Musgrove with us. Head to the third inning. No score against the Angels.
My wife always dreamed of having a cat, so we got Meow Meow. Just days later, she developed serious cat allergies. I'm Dr. Evan Zhao, founder of Packagin. Packagin is a home spray that breaks down 98% of cat allergens safely and effectively. Just spray around your home and experience the relief. It's guaranteed to work, but will refund your money. I created Packagin for the people I love. Now, over 50,000 families trust it for theirs. Relief is just a spray away. Try it risk-free at Packagin.com.
There are some people for whom good enough is never good enough. Dedicated people, demanding people, unrelenting, laser-focused people. They ruffle feathers, push boundaries, and they can't let anything go. And you know what else? They're still learning, growing. They are high performers, and high performers choose Sage, high-performance finance software.
Sunday at Petco Park are perfect for families. Arrive early for Kids Fest at Gallagher Square, presented by Nuna, featuring inflatables, face painters, and more. On select Sundays, the fun continues after the game with Kids Run the Bases, presented by Chick-fil-A. Join the festivities at Padres.com/KidsFest.
Nothing doing, and Michael King is out there in the third inning. 6 up, 6 down, couple strikeouts, only 23 pitches in the first 2. And Christian Moore sends one high and deep to left field. Laureano at the wall, and it's going to go. 8th overall pick in the 2024 draft at the University of Tennessee. And Christian Moore with only the second Angels home run of the spring, 1-0 LA.
He is not disappointed from the moment he's put on a big league uniform. It's been pretty evident that this kid belongs. Looked like a cutter or slider there. Actually, it was a sinker. Kept his hands inside and drove it over the wall.
Now Denzer Guzman playing third base today for Yoan Moncada. Had a 13-game Major League debut last September for them. Yeah, the Angels are obviously, they're an interesting team. They've had all kinds of issues that have kind of come from all different directions, but they got some really fun position player talent on this roster.
Angels have always seemingly had a type of player they wanted. They have always seemingly gone after the athletes. I'm saying this ball hit his bat.
That's strike 3. Cannot challenge that. And third strikeout of the day for Michael King, much to Guzman's dismay.
Oh, it did. It caught the barrel of the bat as he checked it. Redirected the ball right into the glove, and it's a tough punchy.
Plate umpire Charlie Welling all over it. Rowdy Rodriguez stands in and takes outside.
They've always liked the athlete, and they're starting to hit on a few of them here. Joe Adell just saw Christian Moore go deep.
I mean, you look around baseball, and there aren't a lot of teams that have this many, homegrown guys in their major league lineup in terms of drafted and developed by the team. Drafted Neto high, drafted Shawnawell high, Adell you mentioned, Hoppy, right?
And all Christian those guys are really good athletes.
Trout, obviously.
We've seen Neto do his thing over the last couple of seasons.
Rodriguez stings that one into center field. Merrill will get it in quickly. One out single for the number 9 hitter. That'll turn it over for Neto. Popped out to Tatis his first time up.
Zach Neto.
That was off the bat at 111. Runner at first, Rodriguez, 38 stolen bases in A-ball last year, so somebody to be aware of over there. Also had a great fall league at the dish at 433. No balls and 2 strikes.
That time expanding the zone with the sweeper. Just off the plate. Back-to-back sweepers to Neto.
Runner goes, pitch is high. Campusano's throw a little bit off target. Cronenworth might have had a shot had he held on to it, but it will be a steal for Rowdy Rodriguez.
Certainly, throw was down there, and if Cron hangs on to it, he's out. Rodriguez slid to the outside part of the bag and was able to grab a stolen base.
So a guy in scoring position with the Angels ahead 1-0 thanks to the home run by Christian Moore. And now a pop-up that Sheets is looking for in that high sky and right on the other side of the net. Got him. King comes with a changeup. That is strikeout number 4 for Michael King.
First baseman, Nolan Shotwell.
Stayed soft there to Neto. Got ahead with the sweepers and then uses that good changeup to finish him off.
Well, that is about as good of a debut as you could ever hope for Michael King. And looking like his old self. Craig Stammen going to take him out. Just under 40 pitches here this afternoon. Got 2 outs in the 3rd inning. And it looks like Alec Jacob is on his way in.
Big news. DirecTV got hot.
Thought they'd never lose those pudgy satellite dishes? Well, now they're streaming and steaming.
They've never been more flexible.
Is that DirecTV?
You bet it is.
They've got abs now, too.
I mean, apps. And you can get it with or without a device. No strings attached. It's true. I mean DirecTV, got hot. Sorry.
Not sorry.
Get live TV and apps starting at $19.99.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Ooh, straightforward prices.
And no potholes.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. And now plans starting at just $25 a month.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. So you can enjoy the food you love.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, keeps getting even better with the Big QP and all this for just $10.99. With 85% more beef, it makes a quarter-pound burger look tiny and, well, yeah, tiny. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Alec Jacob into the ball game for the Padres in his stint with the Pods last year in 29 games, had a 5.13 ERA.
Saw him on Saturday in surprise against the Royals, making his second appearance of the spring. Comes on with Rowdy Rodriguez at second base and 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. 1-0 Royals on the home run by Christian Moore, but Michael King, a great start to 2026. Jacob, like yesterday's starter, Marco Gonzalez, a Gonzaga guy. A Bulldog. It's an easy one.
Yeah.
Zach Neto just struck out. He played collegiately at Campbell University.
Not an easy one.
In Buies Creek, North Carolina.
What do you got?
It's a great one because I don't know that there's another one in the whole country. They're the Campbell Camels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the only ones.
Campusano going to challenge this pitch.
Calls the ball. Catcher's challenging.
Remember, Luis perfect on the spring, unofficially at least.
Ooh. No long.
Calls confirmed. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
Is Campusano perfect? Missed it by ½ inch.
One of the things you and I said a lot the last couple of years when we were discussing the possibility of ABS coming was that we're going to learn the umpires are way better at this than they get credit for.
Yep.
And I think that's been proven to be true.
I think just even spring training last year showed you how good they were because the misses were a lot of times less than ½ inch. I mean, I think you can start to understand the human eye. I mean, that's still pretty good. It's not perfect.
You think about all
and
the
on the flip side of that, we're about to find out how bad some of us players are.
That is off the mound. Xander, nice rangy play, and he takes care of business to end the top of the third inning and strand Rodriguez. Middle of the third, 1-0 Halos, and the top of the order coming up for the Pods.
Heartburn makes you queasy? Get fast relief with Tums Plus, upset stomach and nausea support, and love food back.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi? Sure, Chuck. Oh, my wash machine's on the fritz also. I got just the thing. Want to try the catchphrase? There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts. What's in your wallet? You're a natural.
Friday is company karaoke, 90s pop theme. And well, I'm something of a karaoke connoisseur.
What's this? Brad wants new messaging. And he wants it by Friday? Trying to throw me off my karaoke game. Grammarly has got me covered. Let's sound more engaging. Oh, yeah.
Tajin, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajin it?
You know it's true. Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Third inning, Padres have the top of the order coming up. 82-degree afternoon here in Peoria. Bogarts, Machado, and Merrill to bat against the New Angel pitcher, the veteran right-hander Hunter Strickland, coming into his third season with these guys. 72 appearances in 2024, but limited to only 19 outings a year ago. He was 1-2 with a 3.27 ERA. George Klassen started for Los Angeles. I still feel weird saying Los Angeles. Maybe it's because we're in the NL West and we see the Dodgers as much as we do. Maybe it's because I grew up when I did.
Or because they're actually not in Los Angeles.
There is also the geographical component, trying not to get in trouble. Shonwell going to look for that one in foul territory. And one away. Second time that Xander has fouled out to Nolan Shonwell in foul ground.
It's definitely weird, though, for sure.
It just sounds odd.
It sounds odd, for sure. If you were born in the 80s, it definitely sounds odd. Not to age ourselves, but.
Strickland had some shoulder stuff last year that cost him some time. He's in camp this season as a non-roster invitee. Misses low outside to Manny, ball one. The starter, Klassen, very impressive. You can certainly see why he's the kind of prospect that he is. Couple of shutout innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, including one against Manny.
Good fastball, kind of explosive fastball, showed off. It's good secondaries. You can see why he's rated as highly as he is.
Another pop-up in foul territory, and Hoppy makes the play. One of the best names to say in all of baseball, Logan O'Hoppe. Rolls right off the tongue.
It does.
For the Padres, center fielder Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill gets in, takes a fastball at the knees for strike one. Hunter Strickland, I mean, he's been around forever. He's part of the Giants back in 2014. Now 37 years old. A couple of World Series titles under his belt.
Involved in one of the more famous brawls here in recent years.
Yeah.
Him and Harp.
Bryce Harper in San Francisco. It's a good one. Merrill the other way. That is a hard hit, base hit into the gap. Jackson is thinking 2 on his way, and Lowe's throw has no shot. Jackson Merrill's first hit of the spring is a 2-out double here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
It's a beautiful stroke there. 1-1 pitch, like a fastball elevated. Gets on top of it, hits a linear. Gets in the second base with an easy double. I'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr.
So Merrill, who hit third 8 times last year, doing so this afternoon, puts himself in scoring position for Tatis. Fernando flew to center his first time. There was a good helmet throw, right, in that Harper Strickland.
He did. It's really a distraction so he could get the first shot off.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah, you know. Sometimes you just gotta have it out.
What do they call it in all those submarine movies? It's a countermeasure.
Yeah, yeah.
Ball is strike to Fernando. 2 for 7 to the dish so far this spring, making his 4th start. Like Manny, gearing up to play for the Dominican team in the World Baseball Classic. Hard hit on the ground, but right to Neto. And that'll end the inning. 2-out double by Jackson Merrill, but he's left on base.
Applebee's is bringing a taste of the Big Easy to your neighborhood, serving up all the Cajun flavors you've been craving, starting at just $11.99, like the fan-favorite Bourbon Street Chicken and Andouille Penne, the new mouth-watering Big Easy Burger, and the new Cajun-style Bayou Shrimp Bowl. So come on in and bring the whole neighborhood to the table. A taste of the Big Easy, starting at just $11.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Everything is better with Delectable's lickable treat gravy. Those real meat shreds and a savory sauce. Chicken, better with Delectable's gravy. Salmon, better with Delectable's gravy. Whatever that dry stuff is, better with Delectable's gravy. Even gravy is better with Delectable's gravy. Whoa, hold on, Mama. Where you going with that Delectable's gravy? Delectable's lickable treat.
Deliciously delectable Delectables.
Heartburn makes you queasy? Get fast relief with Tums Plus, upset stomach and nausea support, and love food back.
MLB Tonight is back in mid-season form, bringing the latest buzz from every camp.
This team is built to win and win right now.
Plus, exclusive access to live pre- and post-game coverage from the World Baseball Classic on MLB Tonight.
Angels ahead 1-0 as we begin the fourth inning. Alec Jacob back on the mound for the Padres. He will face birthday boy Jorge Soler, the DH for the Halos. Turns 34 today. Had a really nice major league career. A fearsome slugger. And he takes ball one from Jacob. Soler swung at the first pitch he saw from Michael King back in the first inning and grounded out to Machado. Soler limited to 82 games last year for the Halos because of back issues. Checked his swing. And at 2-0. That is the swing we are accustomed to seeing from Jorge Soler.
Soler a little bit out in front of the 87-mile-per-hour heater.
You know, you get a guy like Mason Miller on the mound against Soler, you call it a power versus power matchup. This is sort of the opposite of that with Alec Jacob.
Alec may be a little bit below the hitting speed, but nonetheless has worked his way back into this at bat. 2-2 count now for Soler.
And that's what's kind of fun about having a guy like Alec Jacob potentially in your bullpen. We talked about that, I think, with the playoff roster. You have all these hard throwers. And if you're able to go to somebody like this, you're maybe going to be able to get some swings like that. And that. Soler down to a knee, strikes out, and one away in the top of the fourth inning.
That was actually the changeup there. And Soler was even further out in front as he goes down swinging.
73-mile-an-hour floater. Happy birthday.
That's still 15 mile per hour difference from his fastball, so it still works.
Joe Adell can't connect. There's your 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Jacob, a career-high 29 games in the big leagues last year. Was on the opening day roster for the first time in his career. Once threw a no-hitter for the Zags. That was against Pepperdine. Once upon a time, every bullpen featured at least a guy or two that was a little bit funky and a little bit different. And Adell swings and misses. So back-to-back Ks of two of the better power hitters in the American League.
Right now, Alec doing a terrific job of changing gears and giving these hitters different looks. That's 87 by Adell there. Maybe watching the previous at bat and seeing those last two changeups really changed the way he approached that at bat. Alec with another punch out.
Alec will be with Team Italy in the World Baseball Classic. Falling behind now, 2-0 on Josh Lowe, the former Tampa Bay Ray. You might remember they had Josh Lowe and Brandon Lau spelled the same way, Lowe and Lau. Announcer's nightmare.
Yeah.
But they traded both of them to Rays. They got rid of Lowe and Lau.
As long as they separated the two, I think, from a broadcasting standpoint.
I would have been fine with them keeping one of them. They didn't have to get rid of them both. But at one point, I think when we played the Rays two years ago, they were hitting back-to-back.
Yes, they were.
So they would be on the bases at the same time, which is just...
That is certainly your nightmare, for sure.
L-O-W-E, but one was Lowe, one was Lau. And then there's two Lowe's, his brother.
Right, Nathaniel, yes.
Very complicated. All good players.
Things that go through a broadcaster's mind.
But yeah, the Lau is with the Pirates now.
Yes. One of their bigger acquisitions over the offseason.
Along with former Padre Ryan O'Hearn.
A couple swing and misses, too, of some big names.
Speaking of, how about Alec Jacobs striking out the side? 1, 2, 3 here in the fourth inning. Soler, Adele, and Lowe. Say it, Donnie.
New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing. When your teeth are sensitive, they need special care. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective shield over those exposed areas that can help to repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I recommend Sensodyne Clinical Repair.
I'm a Denny's Super Slam. Hot stuff coming through. Okay, y'all can chill now. With our new Slammin' Meal Deals, you can feed everyone and still get dessert. If you've got room. Good luck. Denny's new Slammin' Meal Deals starting at $5.99.
Car trouble never gives you a heads up. It just happens. That's why having My Auto Guard coverage matters. Without coverage, auto repairs can cost thousands. And let's face it, it's not if you'll need repairs, it's when. A My Auto Guard auto protection plan covers any make or model. Car, truck, SUV, even electric vehicles, saving you thousands.
My Auto Guard paid my mechanic $4,800 to fix the engine. Thank you, My Auto Guard.
One transmission job could cost over $6,000, but you won't have to pay that when you're protected with My Auto Guard. You can put that money back in your pocket. You even choose the repair shop or dealership, and My Auto Guard pays them directly, so you don't wait to be reimbursed. Remember, you must get My Auto Guard before a repair is needed. Call the number on your screen right now for a free quote. No obligation.
Call 1-800-417-6202. That's 1-800-417-6202 or visit myautogard.com right now.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Angels ahead 1-0. A really well-pitched game so far. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Michael King and Alec Jacob for the Padres. Starter George Klassen was very impressive for the Angels, and now they go to their third arm of the day. Right-hander Sam Bachman takes over. He has got Sheets, Cronenworth, and Laureano coming up. Bachman split the year pretty evenly a season ago between AAA, Salt Lake, and the big leagues. And you talk about the difference between the minors and the majors, not to pick on Bachman, but in 24 games at AAA last year, he had a 0.71 ERA. In 23 games in the major leagues, he had a 6.20 ERA.
Yeah, it's a different league. There's no other way to put it.
First pitch to Sheets, just on the outside corner for strike one. And I mean, a lot of people around baseball will tell you the gap between AAA and the major leagues has never been bigger.
Yeah, that's kind of the word around baseball, is that, you know, the gap used to be a little bit, I guess, smaller. That has only expanded over the years.
Shawnuel got into a fight with the net over there, and I think he was trying to give himself some space to maybe have the ball not hit the net, but
he did get into a little bit of a scrap there. And I think what happened is it ended up hitting the top wire, and that kind of scared him a little bit, because that thing could ricochet and catch you in the face. Everyone's okay, including the net.
Sheets swings and misses, strike three. 97 from Bachman. So he strikes out the first guy that he sees.
At the plate for San Diego, second baseman
Bachman came back from injury last year. He had that thoracic outlet surgery where they removed the top rib from your rib cage. Pitched collegiately at Miami of Ohio.
I can't see it.
It's a color and a bird put together.
Red something.
Hmm?
I got
Red
it.
Hawks.
Red Hawks. See, I was going to say Red Birds, and that would have been completely off.
It's Memphis. Two and one to Cronenworth. A Michigan Wolverine. It's an easy one.
Yep.
We've been playing this game for several years now in spring training with all the college mascots. The next iteration of this has to be, what conference is the college in?
Oh, that's not fair. That's changing every year at this point. The conference name used to be somewhat of a clue, but it's far more teams in the Big Ten than there are 10 at this point.
Stanford and Cal are in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Should be all Coast Conference. I think you came up with that last year, right?
That was the best idea I've ever had in my life. Hard in on the ground, and a diving stop by Neto, gets up and throws him out. Great play by Zach Neto, 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Talked about him earlier. That's just a piece of what Neto can do. This ball is a bullet. One hop, a step, and a dive. He gets to his feet quickly. In the strike to take a hit away from Jake.
So Bachman gets the first 2 guys thanks to some help from his all-world shortstop, and now Ramon Laureano flinches at that slider and takes strike 1. Ramon singled his first time up, one of 2 hits the Padres have this afternoon. The other one, the double by Jackson Merrill to left center. Only run of the day, a Christian Moore home run leading off the 3rd inning. Laureano, a key pickup for the Padres at last year's trade deadline. That was a dangerous and well-earned souvenir.
Bachman tried to go upstairs there, and Laureano able to get a piece.
Ball and 2 strikes from Bachman. And Ramon takes to even it up, 2-2. Laureano in 50 games with the Padres last year, 269, 9 homers, 30 runs batted in. And a swing and a miss. Good slider from Bachman, his 2nd strikeout of the inning. And the Padres go 1-2-3 here in the 4th.
This is Alex. Alex needed help investing his savings. With his advisor Dennis, he opened 3 accounts.
One for now, one for later, and of course, his retirement.
More than big goals for his future, Alex has got a plan to get there.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
I wish to present the importance of hard work and determination.
Ready.
Of starting early and staying late. Of being there to help a friend. Of showing up when it matters most. And never giving up when things are tough. because it is only when we work together that we achieve true greatness.
With a 100% U.S.-based workforce and a 100% U.S.-built fiber broadband network, Spectrum is America's connectivity company.
One 0 Angels as we start the fifth, and you can keep essentials close with a 1998 inspired belt bag presented by Quidel Ortho, when the Padres host the Giants Monday, March 30th at 6:40. Limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance, this item is the perfect game day accessory. Learn more at padres.com/giveaway. Pretty sweet.
Those are coming back into style.
Couple of changes for the Pods here in the fifth inning. Ty Adcock is now on the mound. Second appearance of the spring for the new Padres. Saw him here on Sunday against the Dodgers. And a ground ball on the very first pitch that he throws, one away, as Machado throws out Logan O'Hoppe. Also have a new center fielder as Carlos Rodriguez takes over for Jackson Merrill. Everybody else still in there.
Second baseman, Christian Moore.
Jackson got his missile and said, all right, got my work in for today.
Good way to end the day.
No doubt.
Adcock, 29 years old. He's from North Carolina. And he delivers a nice slider there for a called strike to Christian Moore, who has driven in the only run of this game with a home run leading off back in the third inning. Adcock, most of last year, AAA Syracuse. That's the Mets' top farm affiliate. 6 big league appearances for the Mets the last couple of years. Good numbers this winter. Pitching a little bit for Estrellas in the Dominican. And one of the things we made note of the other day when he pitched against the Dodgers, and it kind of played out in real time, is that in limited major league action in his career, a lot more success against right-handed hitters than left-handed hitters. And on Sunday afternoon against the Dodgers, it was the left-handed hitters that really did give him a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Should not see any left-handed hitters here unless the inning really goes for a while. Shawnawell, the next one due up, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4 guys away. Full count now to Christian Moore.
That's the tough part for a young guy, right? I mean, trying to figure out a repertoire that can be effective both ways. Sometimes you have to kind of come up with a pitch that can affect one side if that isn't working.
On the outside corner, that is strike 3 called, so some 94-mile-an-hour paint from Ty Adcock, and he's taking care of the first 2 guys here.
Third baseman, Denzer Guzman.
Good spotted up heater. Looked like it could have been off, but no challenge. Goes down as a puncher.
Number 8 hitter Denzer Guzman takes. Guzman struck out against Michael King in the third inning. The third of 4 strikeouts that Michael had. 8 strikeouts already for Padre pitching. It's only the 5th inning. King had 4. Alec Jacobs struck out the side in the 4th. And Adcock just struck out Christian Moore. Going 2 on Guzman. Guzman 2 for 8 with the doubles so far this spring, starting at third base today for Yohan Moncada. The 0-2. Check swing and just missing. Another ground ball to third base. Busy day for Manny over there. And as usual, handles it perfectly. A 1-2-3-5 for Ty Adcock, and a nice bounce back performance for him. Midway in Peoria, Angels still lead it 1-0.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Ooh, straightforward prices.
And no potholes.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. And now plans starting at just $25 a month.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better online protection with NordVPN. It will encrypt your online traffic, protect you from malware, phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get NordVPN now.
Wow, Allie, you're obsessed with Olive Garden's tender braised beef tortelloni. And we're obsessed with your 5-paragraph petition demanding its return. Fan favorites are back for a limited time, starting at $12.99. But unlike that petition, it won't go on forever.
What do you know about this baseball? Here, teammates become opponents. And stadiums become orchestras. Expect everything.
'26 Padre tickets are on sale now. Don't miss exciting matchups, must-have giveaways, and incredible promotions. There's something for everyone at America's #1 ballpark. Secure your seats today by visiting Padres.com/tickets.
Greg Stammen going through the lineup card as Luis Campusano, Ty France, and Xander Bogaerts get ready to hit against the new Halo pitcher, Najir Victor. Split last year between low A and high A. And his first pitch is a split-fingered offering that misses in the dirt. And ball one to Campusano, who was grazed by a 3-2 pitch his only other time up. That loaded the bases with 2 outs back in the second inning. But the Padres were unable to score. And again, the only run of this day so far, a Christian Moore home run back in the third inning. Campusano penciled in as one of the 2 catchers on this opening day roster. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's kind of, I think, changed a lot of the conversation around Campusano so far this spring.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is going to benefit from having Craig Stammen at the helm more than Luis Campusano potentially could be. He's given a much longer runway here with this staff. Might have another challenge here.
Calls a ball. Catcher's challenging.
What do you think?
I'm going to say O'Hoppe is right.
Me too.
Calls overturned. LA has 2 challenges remaining.
He's got a couple, huh?
Yep.
So the Angels have both left. The Padres have 1 left.
You wonder, once you miss one, does there become a little hesitancy after you've missed one?
Human nature?
Yeah, I would think so.
But also, you know how these guys are. They strike out. Next at bat, they're not
thinking about it anymore. They
moved
moved on,
for
sure.
Second straight time that Campusano has worked a full count.
Campy's really worked hard during the offseason to kind of retool his swing a little bit. Trimmed off some of the fat, if you will.
7th pitch of the AB. And a chopper up the middle. Neto makes the play with ease, and one down for Ty France, who I imagine a lot like you, very happy with his alma mater.
Oh, indeed. Aztecs pulled off the upset, beating the #1 team in the nation, the UCLA Bruins. And that was definitely a conversation Ty and I had this morning.
I wonder if that's what he and Charlie Welling are talking about right now.
I doubt it, but you know.
Hey, first-year head coach for the Aztec baseball program, and then you go out and you beat the #1 team, 2 weeks into the season or whatever it is.
Kevin Vance has had quite a beginning to his Aztec head coaching career, especially getting a victory like that.
Congrats to those guys. Nice moment last night. Ty back with the team that drafted him once upon a time. We saw France make his major league debut as a Padre. Feels like forever ago. Back in 2019, he was a Blue Padre.
Last year, the Blue Padre?
Last year, the Blue. Morejon was a Blue Padre. Machado,
Tatis was a Blue Padre.
And I think now Ty France gets added back to that list, the only remaining Blue Pods.
Blue Pods.
Sends that one high into left center field. And Lowe tracks it down. So 2 up, 2 down for Najir Victor. The order turns over for Xander, who twice has fouled out to Shonaway at first base. Xander, of course, will be participating in the World Baseball Classic for Team Netherlands, native of Aruba. Bogey starting his 4th year as a Padre and his 14th in the major leagues. Yeah, that's been an automatic ball because Victor had already been warned about coming set too early.
Yeah, he was warned during Ty France's AB, and game kind of sped up on him again, and now it cost him a ball.
Xander, a 2-time World Series champion with the Red Sox. And as you see, Padres very, very well represented in the World Baseball Classic. Got some staffers going as well. Big deal for those guys, certainly. Jorge Merlos going to be a press officer for Team Panama. I like that term a lot.
Press officer.
They don't do PR in the World Baseball Classic. They're press officers. Shingo Hori, a press officer for Japan. Neto, not a press officer. He's a shortstop, as is Bogarts. And a 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th inning for Najir Victor.
There are some people for whom good enough is never good enough. Dedicated people. Demanding people, unrelenting, laser-focused people. They ruffle feathers, push boundaries, and they can't let anything go. And you know what else? They're still learning, growing. They are high performers, and high performers choose Sage, high-performance finance software.
It's Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so tip up your cup and throw your hands up, and let me hear the party say, I'm kind of buzzed, and it's all because. Wanna feel more?
Crunch Fitness is how you do it, starting at $9.99 a month.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums, so you can enjoy the food you love.
It's the global tournament that turns every inning into a moment you cannot miss. Predict the winners of the 2026 World Baseball Classic Bracket Challenge presented by Verilux Progressive Lenses. Compete and you could win. Visit worldbaseballclassic.com/bracket to enter. Rules and restrictions apply. Left-hander Kyle Hart is into the game for the Padres. We saw Kyle make his Padre debut a season ago. This will be his second outing of the spring. He was out there on Sunday afternoon against the Dodgers for a couple of shutout innings, like the fourth and the fifth. Rowdy Rodriguez, the number 9 hitter, leads off for the Halos, and he will take ball one. Neto and Shawnuel scheduled to follow. Angels still have their starters in there. Padres have made a couple of changes here. Jace Bowen comes in to play left field. Carlos Rodriguez came on last inning to play center, as we talked about. Pablo Reyes is now at second. Nick Castellanos takes over for Sheets at first base, and Ethan Salas is the new Padre catcher. Hart has fallen behind here, 3-0.
Hart competing for one of those bullpen spots.
Takes over for Ty Adcock, who had a 1-2-3 fifth inning with a strikeout. And now 3-2 as Hart has battled his way back into this at bat, and really, generally speaking, across the board both ways today. Pitching has been really, really impressive.
Typically see that early in spring. All pitching usually ahead of hitters during this time. Challenge.
Yeah, Ethan Salas.
Calls a ball. Catcher's challenging.
As exciting as this 3-2, so it's as big as it gets. Ooh, nicely done.
Call's overturned. San Diego has one challenge remaining.
Nice work there by Ethan Salas.
Fresh into the game too, right?
Rowdy Rodriguez had discarded all of his gear, was walking to first base only to have to make a U-turn.
That's a new feeling in baseball.
It is.
Top of the order, Neto 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And he drops that one in for a called strike, 1-1. Kyle was originally drafted by the Red Sox back in 2016 out of Indiana, 19th round pick.
Out of Indiana, the university, or?
Indiana University, the
Okay.
Hoosiers. Yeah.
How do you feel about the Hoosiers?
Bloomington's a lovely college town.
I only asked my partner that because he's a Miami Hurricane.
Neto in the air to deep right field. Fernando's tracking it, and he'll turn, watch it off the base of the wall. Zach Neto into second base. Going to see that an awful lot from him. You got to figure in 2026.
He's got some thump, man. That's a slider that he stays on beautifully. Drives it just off the base of that right field wall. picks up the one-out dub.
Kyle did go to the national championship game. I found him the first day to congratulate him, just for the record. I took the high road. Went down to the game, had a great time. Really is a great story, by the way, Indiana football, I mean, to state the obvious. Shawnowell takes ball one. You know, he was talking about what it was like when he was in school. I mean, nobody went to the football games. Nobody cared about the football games. He said that, you know, the school would take all their pictures for the media guide or the yearbook or whatever every year when Ohio State would play, because the stadium would be filled and everybody would be wearing red. But it was Ohio State fans, but you couldn't tell. And you go from that just a few years ago. That's not a great challenge by Sean.
Calls confirmed. LA has one challenge remaining.
The hitters are struggling, my man.
They are. They continue to be disappointing. At least in our games, we haven't seen a hitter get one right yet.
Wow. Shawnowell lines it to first base. Castellanos thinking two, throws it into left field. Neto on his way to third. Bowens throw the tag. Ooh, he's safe.
Castellanos taking a shot at doubling off Neto there. Throw a little bit up the line and allows Neto to sneak in underneath the tag of Machado here. Just got outside of the tag.
Hey, in the age of instant replay, you never know.
You never know. You never know. I don't know that I've actually seen someone lift a foot up off the bag and apply the tag.
It's like the playful version of 91 World Series at first base. Castellanos had never played first professionally until the other day.
Really, outside of that throw, he's looked pretty good over there.
Soler fouls it back, still 1-2. Angels have Neto at third base, 2 down. Soler 0 for 2. He struck out his last time. That was against Alec Jacob, who got him down to a knee against a changeup. The 1-2. Broke his bat, and a weird hop for Xander at shortstop, but he handles it nicely, and that'll end the inning. No runs, the double by Neto, the error, and he is left at third base after 5.5. It is still 1-0 Halos.
I'm a Denny's Super Slam. Hot stuff coming through. Okay, y'all can chill now. With our new Slammin' Meal Deals, you can feed everyone and still get dessert. If you've got room. Good luck. Denny's new Slammin' Meal Deals starting at $5.99.
Well, sure, your season's over. Hey, silver lining, no more stress watching. When your team gives you lemons, make Jim Beam and lemonade.
Refresh your season with Jim Beam and lemonade.
I'm not cleaning all these lemons.
APR for up to 48 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the purchase of a new 2026 Sportage. WGU believes you should profit from college, not the other way around. With lower tuition, self-paced degrees and certificates that build employer-approved, future-proof career skills, WGU is the university that puts you first. Visit wgu.edu to learn more.
If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with no deductible. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Machado, Rodriguez, and Tatis two up for the Padres. And 1-0 is the Angel lead. That Christian Moore home run in the third inning continues to stand up for the Halos. Plenty of baseball, though, is left this afternoon as Chris Cortez, a young right-hander, comes on to throw for Los Angeles, his second appearance of the spring. And he's got to face Manny Machado right out of the chute. Manny 0 for 2 on the afternoon, looking for his first hit of the spring. And Cortez, first pitch is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that misses low, 1-0. Cortez, in his professional debut at High A last year, made 26 starts for Tri-City, went 3-8 with a 4.28 ERA. About a strikeout an inning, and you saw he can throw the ball hard. Missing with a slider there, 2-0.
Seen the fastball upwards around 97. Last pitch was a breaking ball.
Machado tips that one into the mid of the new catcher, Martinez. Kyron Paris now at shortstop for the Halos. Trey Mancini over at first. On 3-1, Manny loses the bat and pops it foul over our heads. Third base coach Bob Henley hands it to the Angel bat boy, who hands it to Manny.
Manny will get the moto stick. And we'll do it again, 3-2.
Downstairs and ball 4. So Machado draws a lead walk here in the sixth. High probability of a pinch runner over at first base. And getting his 3 plate appearances in for the afternoon.
Center fielder, number 47.
Carlos Rodriguez, who came on for Jackson Merrill in the 5th inning, will hit for the first time today. Yeah, man, he's going to stay in.
Yeah.
I think WBC changes some of the early spring calculus, certainly, in terms of playing time and how long guys are staying in games. One of the other bits of the WBC conversation that we haven't really had yet is kind of about what happens when these guys come back. And I think in 2023, a lot of the Padres would tell you, things weren't perfect when they came back from the World Baseball Classic. Not that they want to blame that season on the WBC and the struggles that the team had, but they did feel like they learned some things about, kind of stepping away and going to that intensity of that tournament and then, returning to this environment, which is obviously very different. Rodriguez digs that one out and sends it into left field for a base hit. So a couple of guys aboard to begin the bottom of the sixth for the Padres.
Slider to Rodriguez and takes a nice stroke, shoots it to left. Cortez kind of been playing with that slider here. Hadn't really had a lot of depth or movement to it, and this one gets roped into left center. Sure, it was a learning experience for a lot of those guys, Coming back from that intensity, sliding back into far less intense games here in spring training. I'm sure it's a little bit of a reset.
98 misses to Fernando. So without being particularly specific, but Craig Stammen, Manny have all said, yeah, we've got some things in mind for, when those guys get back from the tournament. Tatis lines it sharply into left field. That'll advance everybody one station. And with nobody out here in the 6th inning, the Padres have loaded the bases.
Toddy also kind of doing some recon on his swing during the offseason. Talked a lot about really wanting to stay grounded. With such long arms and long legs, he can kind of get into a situation where he's kind of going back and forth with his load. Now he's just trying to think loading into the ground. And we've seen a very simple stroke here from Toddy here in spring training thus far.
Mike Maddox out there to use the power of touch with Cortez and the catcher Martinez.
That's not an accident. Mike Maddox, pitching coach of mine in my early years, and I remember asking him about why is he always touching the pitcher, because you don't see that from a lot of pitching coaches, and he talked about that being a way to kind of settle a guy down. It's kind of a natural tendency for humans to kind of relax a little bit as he's trying to give them instruction.
There's a physiological reaction. First at bat of the day for Castellanos as Cortez gets warned about coming set too early. Nick had that great at bat in the 4th inning yesterday in Mesa, an 11-pitch battle that ended with a 2-run double off the very top of the wall in straightaway center field. Ahead here 1-0 with Fernando at first, Rodriguez at second, and Machado at third. Good slider, and the count evens 1-1. A high pressure moment here for Chris Cortez. Bounces that one, but it kind of ricochets right back to Martinez, and no chance for Manny to try and score.
That's the right kind of bounce back you want there if you're Cortez. That could have been disastrous. Instead, comes right back. Manny not able to advance. The old spike fastball. Martinez was able to get out of the crouch and receive that off the wall.
Oh! Somehow got out of the way of that slider, but now 3-1 to Castellanos.
Again, that pitch for Cortez is giving him some trouble. Hasn't really been able to command it. That one almost catches Castellanos in the jersey.
Ton of walks for him in the minor leagues last year. Hung that one, got away with it. 113 innings this season ago at high A for Cortez. He walked 84 guys.
It's a lot.
Part of the deal with young pitchers, though, generally speaking. Bases loaded, nobody out. Down 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And ball 4 to Castellanos. That'll bring Machado home. And this game is tied 1-1.
Actually, one of Cortez's better sliders there, but in a 3-2 count, needed a strike, doesn't get one, and Padres push across their first run via the bases loaded walk.
Pablo Reyes against a drawn-in infield now. 2 for 8 on the spring, and another ball in the dirt blocked by Martinez. So the command is clearly wavering right now for Cortez. Another miss. Reyes came on defensively in the top of this inning to play second base for Cronenworth. Jake 0 for 2, but only thanks to Zach Neto making a great play. 3-0 now to Reyes. Castellanos at first, Tatis at second, Rodriguez at third. Padres have tied the game, trying to go ahead for the first time today. And Reyes takes outside, ball 4. So back-to-back bases loaded walks. This one on 4 pitches. And the Padres do lead. It's 2-1.
Tried a 3-0 slider there. Missed off the plate. Padres now take a lead. 2-1.
First at bat now for Jace Bowen. Took over in left field for Ramon Laureano in the top of the inning. And the catcher Martinez going to go out and visit with Cortez, who has thrown 21 pitches this inning and not gotten an out. 3 walks and 2 singles. Of the 21 pitches this inning, only 8 have been strikes. And looks like his afternoon will now come to an end as first-year manager Kurt Suzuki makes the walk and then a run out to the mound to make a pitching change. So the Angels will switch it up here in the 6th. Padres have gone ahead. They've still got the bases loaded, and there is still nobody out.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums, so you can enjoy the food you love.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
New Blue Buffalo Love Made Fresh. The superior nutrition you trust with freedom to mix fresh and dry. It's our natural ingredients served fresh, the way Darla loves it. New from Blue Buffalo. It's love made fresh.
For the Angels, high A last year, went 4-5 with a 5.44 ERA, all as a starter.
Yeah, he was in the rotation with Cortez, who they just had to take out of the game because he really couldn't throw strikes or get anybody out. Gordon last year for the Dust Devils did a much better job limiting the walks. But as you said, the ERA was still up there pretty good, near 5.5. So we'll see how he handles this with the bases loaded, nobody down, and Jace Bowen coming to bat. Pablo Reyes, the runner at first, drew a walk with the bases loaded. Nick Castellanos at second did the same. And Fernando is the runner at third base. He had a base hit. Machado and Rodriguez have already scored this inning. The infield most of the way in for the Halos, and Bowen takes on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Bowen, a 25-year-old from Toledo, Ohio, gets into that one, sends it in the air to right field. Joe Adell is there. He'll make the catch. Fernando on his way, and Tatis will back up as Mancini cuts it off.
Good throw from Adell. Clearly there's some respect for the arm.
Now batting for the Padres. Good catcher.
Angels get the first out of the inning.
The exact kind of out that they want to get in that situation. So the 19-year-old catcher, Ethan Salas, will get in. Gordon still has work to do here. And Salas takes a strike at 95 on the outside corner. Ethan just getting it ramped back up. Only 10 games last year because of the stress reaction in his lower back. 2024, he spent the whole season at High A Fort Wayne. He hit .206, 4 homers. Did drive in 53 runs, had 27 doubles. 189 career games now.
Thought it was a tough time for him to have that type of injury. He finally got his body to a place where he started to look like a pro. You know, he didn't look like the young teenager no more. Finally started to feel into his body and really never got to test run it because of that injury.
Digs that one out. Tricky play at first base. Mancini coming home, and they get the force of Tatis. Nicely done.
Had to be fielded cleanly to have a shot at Toddy, and Shonwell able to field this and get rid of it quickly to get the force out.
So Gordon, 2/3 of the way through the magic trick here, came on with the bases loaded, nobody out there, still loaded, now 2 down, and he has not allowed another run to score. Ty France goes after the first pitch, right back towards Tony. Ty, a Gold Glove winner in the American League last year. Got to play in the World Series as a Toronto Blue Jay. Most of the season with Minnesota, traded to the Jays. All-star with the Mariners in 2022. He has made a really, really nice career for himself. Was a 34th round pick by the Padres over a decade ago.
They're really trying to get back to the stroke that led to a lot of success for him offensively.
Padres have gone ahead here in the 6th inning, but an opportunity to really put some distance between themselves and the Angels. France takes on the outside corner. He will challenge the call. And we'll see if the hitter can get one right.
That is challenging.
Home plate umpire Charlie Welling hadn't even finished his strike 3 call.
Oh, as close as it gets.
Call's overturned. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
Less. I mean, there is almost no space between the ball and the corner.
That's where you get your Gene Steratore index card out. And you know what? Hey, bases loaded, 2 outs. That's a good high leverage situation to try it if this were a regular season game. France up the middle into center field and a base hit. Castellanos has scored. Reyes is right behind him. And Ty France's ABS challenge pays off in a big way. A 2-run single, and it's now 4-1.
ABS used to perfection there. Buys Ty France another pitch. And finds some outfield grass right up the middle. 95, a little long, but hard enough through the infield, and the Padres pick up 2 more.
Will Wagner going to pinch hit for Bogaerts. That is maybe the first time in a spring and a half of ABS that we've kind of seen something like that happen.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting. Wagner launches that one down the right field line, but it'll hook foul.
You can put that on the win to challenge list. Bases loaded. 6th inning.
On the corners, 2 down. The 0-1 is into Wagner. And the payoff on the very next pitch.
Yeah, that's going to be I think the most intriguing part of ABS is seeing the different strategies and how they're used and figuring out what works, what doesn't work.
I mean, you just think about how close that call was. So a 4-run 6th inning for the Padres. Wagner swings and misses. That is strike 3 and the end of the inning. But the Padres do what they needed to do. Go ahead here, took advantage of Cortez's inability to command the baseball, and we head to the 7th, 4-1 San Diego.
I used to struggle with hand drift and scalp issues, but then I started using Head & Shoulders every wash. Because the active ingredient in Head & Shoulders doesn't just get rid of flakes, it nourishes your scalp and works to fight dandruff at the source, so you can stop flakes before they even start, leaving your scalp feeling healthy and flake-free compared to regular shampoos. See? No flakes down here.
Hair looks great.
Had a little help. From the #1 dermatologist-recommended brand, Head & Shoulders.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, save up to 20% versus the other big guys by getting built-in benefits they leave out.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving. We tried everything to get a great yard.
Doing it ourselves.
Different lawn care companies.
But with True Green, we finally got a golf course quality lawn.
Which attracted golfers.
Morning.
Who needs a warm-up?
And because True Green's doing the work, we get to have more fun.
Please don't post that.
Too late.
They don't have grass this thick in Australia.
They're fun to have around.
True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn.
Where are we playing next?
Sign up now at truegreen.com.
Top of the 7th inning, Padres now ahead of the Angels 4-1, a 4-run 6th inning. It would have been only a 2-run 6th inning if not for ABS. Ty France was rung up on a 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded, 2 outs. He challenged it, and by the slimmest of margins, the call was overturned. And on the very next pitch, Ty France singled up the middle to bring home 2 runs. And the Padres took full advantage of the new system that is in place.
And that's ideally how you want it to go. You challenge, you get it overturned, and then boom, in the very next pitch, you capitalize on it.
Fun to watch it all play out that way as Omar Cruz, the lefty, takes over on the mound, and Joe Adell pops this one out of play to even the count of the ball and a strike. Josh Lowe on deck, and then perhaps the catcher Martinez for the Angels. Cruz, a 27-year-old from Hermosillo, made a quick major league debut last year. As you see, most of the season at AAA, 11 starts and 20 relief appearances. Second appearance of the spring as Adell smashes that one to deep left field. Bowen can do nothing but watch, and Joe Adell with his first home run of 2026. A lead shot here in the 7th inning, and now it is 4-2.
It's a no-doubter there. Change up, change up out. Adell cuts the lead in half on a shot to the berm.
405 feet for Adell, who hit 37 home runs a season ago. Center fielder Lowe takes a strike at the bottom reaches of the zone for strike 1. Lowe is 0 for 2 on the day, has grounded out and struck out. I think that Ty France at bat with the ABS, one of the true stories of this game for the Padres, but the other one obviously is Michael King, making his first start of the spring. As Lowe loops that one, Asa McCoy at shortstop in time.
What a slow developing play there. With Mason McCoy ranging deep to his left. The Jeter spin throw. Able to get the out. Beautiful play by Mason McCoy.
McCoy came on defensively just a couple of minutes ago, immediately tested and immediately makes the great play. So Omar Martinez now hitting for the first time. Relieved O'Hoppe behind the dish. O'Hoppe 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. But yeah, Michael King today, 2 2/3, a run on 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and he looked like himself. Fun to see Michael King out there doing Michael King things.
He was the first one of the big dogs to throw here in spring training, and he did not disappoint.
Ball and a strike to Martinez. And now 1-2. He wants to challenge. I thought they were out.
Calls a strike. Batters challenging.
In the same way they're not necessarily keeping track of where everybody's in, they may not be keeping track of this.
Calls confirmed. LA is out of challenges.
Well, now they are, if they weren't already. Hey, we talked about this yesterday during the Cub game. They're going to have it on all the scoreboards, how many ABS challenges teams have in the regular season. So we'll be able to keep track of it. Hung a breaking ball, and Martinez high and deep to the right field corner. That is a fair ball, and the second home run of the inning allowed by Omar Cruz. The Angels had hit 1 home run in 5 games so far this spring. That was their 3rd here today.
Another off-speed left up in the zone. This time it was the curveball. Joe Adele hit a changeup elevated. This is some spin. Martinez with a little bit of body English to keep this ball inside that pole, and it indeed he does.
Now the guy that hit the first of the 3 home runs, Christian Martinez, he did so leading off in the 3rd inning. That made it 1-0 Angels. It is now 4-3 Padres. See, I was saying, in the regular season, they're going to have on the scoreboard how many ABS challenges are remaining. Obviously, the umpires will keep the official count. Scoreboards, occasionally get things wrong. Not at Petco, of course, but at some of the other stadiums. That was a strike on a check swing appeal. But during the Cub game yesterday, we had a lot of time to fill, and I came up with this idea of something we could create for the booth for Dave to keep track of it for us. I called it the ABS abacus.
Yes.
And it was a little slider abacus thing that, when the team lost one of their ABS challenges, you slide the baseball over to indicate it so we could keep track of it. So I went home last night, had a little time after the day game. I don't know if they can shoot the booth after the replay of the home run here, but I sketched this out on my iPad. I'm not like the most artistic guy in the world. But that is my rough concept of the ABS abacus. So you see, there's the top is for the visiting team.
Yep.
The bottom is for the home team. And so when you lose a challenge, you slide it over.
Slide it on over.
And now you keep track of how many challenges. So if we know somebody with like a 3D printer or who's good at woodworking, I think we can create this. And I think it could really catch on. Eventually you do a giveaway at the ballpark. The ABS abacus giveaway.
Dabbling in the business side of things too, huh?
Sure. You get it, sponsored. UC San Diego Health. I don't know. Anyway, we'll have that ready for opening.
See if we get someone to work on that.
Do you know anybody with a 3D printer?
I don't.
Me neither. It's really cool, though. 0-2 to Guzman. And he got him. A couple of solo shots here in the top of the 7th inning for the Halos. We got ourselves a little ball game here. Stretch time in Peoria. Padres lead it 4-3.
Today we went to the beach, and it was Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Ooh, straightforward prices.
And no potholes.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. And now plans starting at just $25 a month.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Bottom of the seventh inning, Padres come to bat with a one-run lead against the Angels. It'd be Mason McCoy leading off, hitting for the first time here today, and a nice bunt towards third base. Guzman's got it, no chance. Mason McCoy, a bunt single to start things off.
Perfectly executed. Mason does a nice job of getting the bunt down first and then running out. So often a guy is in such a hurry to get out the box, they don't focus on the actual positioning of the bunt. Well done there by Mason McCoy.
Now Carlos Rodriguez to bat for the second time today, and he'll take a strike from Gordon, who's now in his first full inning of work, came on to relieve Cortez last inning. And if not for that Ty France ABS challenge, would have been a clean getaway for Gordon. And we know, look, Cactus League play is kind of a low-stakes environment for these sort of things, but it doesn't require a ton of imagination to, think about something like that happening in a big spot in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning of a regular season game, and how cool that's going to be. Or how painful it might be if it goes against you. ABS, I think, call to call is very much going to be one of those beauty in the eye of the beholder things.
Yeah, for sure.
McCoy with great wheels at first, nobody out. We mentioned the other day when the Royals batted out of order. And you, me, Craig Stammen, and his bench coach, Randy Knorr, I think were the only ones in the ballpark to notice. Nick Castellanos was just on deck. It would not have been his turn to bat. High chopper up the middle. Sanchez, nice flip. That's one, and not in time at first base. Nick Schnell is the batter. And about halfway through that Rodriguez AB, Schnell came out, tapped Castellanos, and was like, hey, my turn.
Number 16, Nick Schnell.
And as I said, when it happened in Surprise the other day, you get coming to the game, you're just excited to get your AB. You know you're coming up at some point. Good job by Schnell kind of recognizing, hey, man, I think you're one spot behind me.
Looked like Nick was kind of laughing about it down there. The most interesting thing I learned this week was that the home plate umpire in spring training does not track such things.
No.
Which makes absolute sense. I had just never thought of it before.
It's almost courtesy if you get an umpire, and they will, as you start getting closer to the regular season, even umpires, they want to make sure they're brushing up on that kind of stuff. They'll pay more attention to it, but game 3 in spring training, not so much.
First AB for Schnell, who came on defensively in the top of the inning to play right field for Tatis. And now 1-2 to Schnell, who I believe had a home run yesterday. 2-run shot in the 9th inning against the Cubs. Padres mounted a rally late against Chicago, but came up 1 run short. Last 2 days, Padres have had late comebacks against NL Central teams. Schnell will swing and miss. That is a strikeout. 2 down here in the 7th, and now it is Nick Castellanos' turn to bat.
At the plate for San Diego, first baseman, number 21, Nick Castellanos.
Nick walked in his first AB. Checked in for Gavin Sheets in the 6th. Nick had some really good swings in yesterday's game. Singled on a high fastball up and in, and then almost went big fly to deep center. Carrying him off the top of the wall.
I mean, literally off the top of the wall. Challenging it.
Calls a strike. Bat is challenging.
Even Nick seems a little unsure as he challenges.
Hey, it's learning. There you go.
All right.
Boy, he's very happy with
Calls
himself.
overturned. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
Now, the Ty France one last inning was even closer than that.
Closer. Less than a 1/10 of an inch, I believe it was. This is a little bit bigger.
Hitters are having a day.
They are. 2 for 2. 2 for 3, excuse me.
So if we were using the abacus, we would not slide the ball over because the challenge was retained.
You get to keep that.
Castellanos uses his timeout. According to Dave's record keeping, there have been 8 ABS challenges in this game. 5 have been overturned. Castellanos will strike out. That'll end the inning. Back-to-back Ks for Gordon to retire this side. It will go to the 8th, 4-3 Padres.
Febreze. When you host, your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze Bathroom. It's an outlet-free air freshener that fights odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing.
It's fun for me to win on the course, but it's even more fun to win on Deal Dash.
Lori won $2,000 Tiffany earrings for just $1, and Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast auctions. So try today at DealDash.com for $50 of free credit and your first win guaranteed.
Thinking of updating my kitchen?
Yeah?
Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
And over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games all season. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
Top of the 8th inning, and a new pitcher for the Padres, their Cactus League opening day starter. Lefty Jagger Haynes out there for the first time since we saw him here on Friday against the Mariners. He will go lefty to start things off against the new Angel left fielder, Wade Meckler, former Giant. Meckler took over in left field for Rowdy Rodriguez, who was 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. And now Meckler is 1 for 1. Bowen does a nice job of cutting that ball off near the line, and a good strong throw into second base will hold Meckler to a single, but leadoff man aboard for the Halos here in the 8th inning of a 1-run game.
Shortstop.
Almost like Bowen knew exactly what Meckler liked to do there. Shoots at the left. Bowen already kind of playing him on the line. Able to keep him to the single.
Kyron Paris now will hit for the first time. The 24-year-old played a career-high 44 games last year, and he singles to left field. So back-to-back base hits for Meckler and Paris to begin the 8th inning.
Paris got a pitch right in the middle of the plate. Fastball.
First baseman, number 34.
Places it up in the left center.
Big Trey Mancini will hit for the first time now. Took over for Shaunawell at first base. Made that nice defensive play, getting the force hit home on Tatis. Been a couple of years since we've seen him in the big leagues. And Mancini takes low, ball 1. 0 for 4 so far this spring with a strikeout. Won a World Series with the Astros in 2022. Mostly remembered, I would say, as an Oriole. Mancini with the Cubs back in 2023, appeared in 79 games. That's his last big league action. Hit .234 that year. 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. Angels signed him to a minor league deal just about a month ago. And Mancini strokes that one into center field, and a nice sliding catch by Rodriguez coming in, and 1 away.
Good jump by Rodriguez. Tough sun field here at Peoria Park. This ball stays below. He's able to glide in. Feet first slide for out number 1.
Juan Flores, who is a catcher, is going to pinch hit here for the DH Soler. 20-year-old from Venezuela. All of last year at high A. 89 games, hit .207 with 10 homers, 40 runs batted in. Played in the Fall League. And he chops one to second base. Reyes, that's one. Quick turn by McCoy, and a double play to end the inning. So Haynes gave up the back-to-back singles to begin the 8th, but he gets himself out of trouble, and nothing doing for the Halos in the run column.
Baseball fans, the winning 50-50.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available on everything you wash. Unstoppable's Unlimited Collection. Add it to your wash and everything will smell divine. Luxury laundry scent beads so you can smell unstoppable.
The busy season is finally over, and your favorite things are waiting. It's time to cozy up to anything and everything you love to watch. With Spectrum TV, your favorite streaming apps are included at no extra cost. With live TV, they're all right here in one place. So, get back to what you love. New movies, binge-worthy series, those must-see sports, and your comfort shows. They're here, waiting for you, across your devices. Stay in and stream with Spectrum TV.
Deeper. And cap off the day with MLB Tonight for the latest from all 30 clubs.
When you stack his body of work, those are Hall of Fame numbers.
The offseason coverage never stops on the home of baseball, MLB Network.
Padres coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning, still leading by a run. Nice job by Jagger Haynes working around back-to-back singles that started the top of this inning. And now an opportunity to add to the lead. Reyes, Bowen, and Salas due up against the new Angel pitcher, right-hander Jared Southard. 25-year-old pitched collegiately at the University of Texas. Split last year between AA and AAA. Worked in relief for both the Trash Pandas and the Bees. Missing to Reyes at 96 miles an hour, ball one. At a 2.93 ERA at AA, and then a 4.23 ERA at AAA. That is certainly respectable in the Pacific Coast League. More than a strikeout an inning at both spots. Slider hung up there, and now 2-0 to Reyes. Second time up for Pablo Reyes today. Hit with the bases loaded in the 6th inning, and he walked on 4 pitches. That walk gave the Padres their first lead of the day, 2-1. All 4 Padre runs came that inning. And all 4 runs would end up being charged to Chris Cortez. Chapa to third base. And nicely done by Guzman, 1 away.
McCann's there. For Guzman came in, transferred as quick as can be to retire Reyes.
Good infield defense is so fun to watch. The McCoy turn of the double play in the top of the inning, that play there. Bowen squares to bunt and did not pull it back, per the plate umpire Charlie Welling. He'll now use his timeout. I don't think he liked that call very much.
He didn't, and typically bunter can get away with it because it's a tough read for a home plate umpire to see. That time Bowen did not get away with the attempt.
I mean, his entire body was between the umpire and the bat. So I can understand.
You can see from up here, he actually offered, he bunted at it and then pulled back. A lot of times umpires won't see that.
And what you said, I think, is the key thing in terms of that call. It's the offering that they're looking for. A lot of people think it's just if you have to pull back. No. You don't actually have to pull back.
You offer at it, it's supposed to be a strike.
Hung a breaking ball, and Bowen smacks it into left field. That will bounce and roll. Going to get all the way to the base of the wall. Bowen, a great high school wide receiver, is on his way to third, and the Angels are going to say it is stuck in the padding. Bowen will go forever, and now it'll be left up to the umpires to decide if that ball was actually lodged.
This is a change in a rule about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Immediately threw his hands up. The play continues. Now the umpire will make a decision on his own.
And it is lodged, you can see. Yeah. So it'll be a double. Everybody did what they were supposed to do on that play.
Absolutely.
Bowen kept on running. The outfielder was like, hey, it's lodged.
The umpires let the play finish.
Yep.
Now, if he'd have walked out there and discovered it, in his opinion, it wasn't lodged, it would have just been a homer.
Bowen had made it all the way back to the dugout.
Now back to the Padres. The catcher, Ethan Salas.
Right, so if the umpire gotten out there, the ball was just sitting at the edge of the warning track, he would have been like, no, it's a home run. So 1 out, runner on second. Salas, the batter, 0 for 1. Reached on the fielder's choice. That nice play by Mancini back in the 6th inning. Salas was unable to check his swing, so the count evens at a ball and a strike. Ethan 1 out of 2 with a single and an RBI so far in Cactus League play. Ahead in the count now, 2-1.
Tried to sneak the heater in underneath Ethan Salas' hands there, able to foul it back.
Ethan will turn 20 in June, so odds are he's not going to debut as a teenager in the major leagues. And that is no surprise. The last time you had a catcher debut in the major leagues as a teenager was Pudge Rodriguez in 1991.
Yeah. He turned out to be a Hall of Famer, so it was a good call.
Borderline pitch goes Salas' way. The Angels do not have a challenge, and so Ethan draws a walk. Padres now have two guys aboard for a pinch hitter. Romeo Sanabria going to hit for the designated hitter Ty France, who had a big two-run single after a big ABS challenge his last at-bat.
Those are the type of at-bats you see from a young Ethan Salas that show you he's learning, he's figuring it out. Tough AB there, able to draw the walk.
Sanabria having a great spring here in the early going. 3 for 6 with a homer and a double. First pitch slider for a strike.
All he seems to do is hit.
A lot of guys these days, pitchers and hitters, you know, they'll peck through YouTube to try and pick things up from greats of the past. Pitchers, you often hear them talk about, you know, I looked at so-and-so's grip on YouTube or whatever it is. Sanabria goes way back. Talked about earlier in his life, he used to watch Eddie Matthews clips. Wow, Hall of Famer with the Braves.
He's getting those off of YouTube?
Well, they didn't have YouTube when Eddie Matthews played, but yeah,
yes, of course. You're going to have the actual real film study, like the tracks.
Rips another one in the air down the right field line, and the spring of Sanabria will continue. Bowen rounding third, he's going to score. They hold Salas at third base. RBI double Romeo Sanabria, and the Padres extend the lead. It's 5-3.
Sanabria has been a walking knock all spring. A little helicopter finish as he rips this ball down that right field line.
Third baseman, number 7.
Padres pick up another run. Sanabria picks up another knock.
Will Wagner swings to the first pitch, and against the drawn-in infield, hits it to Mancini. Awkward flip, but with Sanchez covering, they get the out. Sanabria at second, Salas at third. Now two away for Mason McCoy. And a bunt single is only other time up. That was as the leadoff man last inning. Padres will hit the road again tomorrow. We'll have the audio-only webcast for you down at the Little Ohio Complex. Padres taking on Terry Francona's Reds. Nick Pivetta makes his first start of the spring. Saw Michael King today, looked great. Pivetta tomorrow. Joe Musgrove came and hung out with us back in the second inning. Appreciate Joe taking the time. Two on and two out for Mason McCoy. And that is a fair ball up the right field line. Salas has scored. Sanabria has scored. And back-to-back run-scoring doubles for the Padres here this inning. Mason McCoy brings home two, and it's 7-3.
Mason McCoy with a little inside out.
Center fielder Carlos Rodriguez.
Double down that right side. And that'll end the day for Southwood.
Kurt Suzuki making a slow walk out to the mound. And he will take the baseball. So a pitching change for the Halos here in the 8th inning. Padres have added on to their lead. It is now 7-3.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, serves up the Big QP for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food, this is how you value meal. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. Third grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Heartburn makes you queasy? Get fast relief with Tums Plus, upset stomach and nausea support, and love food back.
Tums. Well, sure, your season's over. Hey, silver lining, no more stress watching. When your team gives you lemons, make Jim Beam and lemonade.
Refresh your season with Jim Beam and lemonade.
I'm not cleaning all these lemons.
Left-hander Houston Harding into the ball game for the Angels in 2 stops in AA, AAA last year. Had a 5.03 ERA.
No relation to former Padre and Angel Houston Street. They spell it differently. Padres have tacked on to their advantage here in this bottom of the 8th inning. And now Carlos Rodriguez going lefty to lefty against Harding as they try the pickoff at second base. Mason McCoy just knocked in 2 with a double. Romeo Sanabria also an RBI double this inning. Jace Bowen doubled this inning. Seven runs on 9 hits now for San Diego. That one's off the glove of the catcher Martinez, but no attempted advance by McCoy between second and third.
Don't know that Mason actually saw it well. Started off to third and then shut it down.
Rodriguez skies that one back behind second base. Kyron Paris able to make the catch against the garish Sun, and the side is retired. Head of the 9th inning in Peoria. It is now the Padres 7 and the Angels 3.
Baseball fans, please.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Yes, I actually won!
See this? It just arrived from Deal Dash, a Nintendo Switch 2.
Look what I just won. I love Deal Dash.
With millions of auctions, you too can start winning, like this.
I got this amazing Japanese knife set for just 75 cents.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
And today, new users get a $50 bonus credit. Go to DealDash.com right now for huge savings
and free shipping from our U.S. warehouses.
Being a business owner takes hard work and a whole lot of miles. We chose the Capital One Venture X business card. We earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. And with big purchasing power, we can spend more and earn more. What's in your wallet?
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
we're able to use our platform and let these kids know that dreams are reachable.
Together.
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 Top of the ninth inning, and what looked like it might be a spring training safe situation no longer is. Padres now a 4-run advantage, and for the first time this spring, we're going to see Logan Gillespie on the mound. He was slated to start the opener against the Mariners on Friday, but his wife went into labor on Thursday. They welcomed a beautiful baby girl to the world, so Logan is now a dad and making his 2026 debut. Congratulations to the Gillespies, and ball one to Matthew Lugo, the very first guy that he's facing. Jagger Haynes, who he is relieving and who worked a scoreless eighth, ended up getting that start on Friday. So now it's Gillespie, a 28-year-old from Bakersfield, who's back on a new minor league deal with the Pods. Gillespie, one of those jack-of-all-trades kind of arms, can really do a little bit of everything. And Craig Stammen said at the beginning of spring the idea would be stretch him out and then obviously kind of go from there.
So many different guys to look at for the Padres staff. Innings start to get more difficult to find now. They'll have some guys missing, but mainly position players. So there still is going to be some innings that the staff will have to find for some of these arms as they try to sort through who will be on this roster.
I don't think there's any question they're going to have, you know, big league guys throwing minor league games, backfield games, just to continue to get the work in. And for all our talk about the WBC, Wandy Peralta and Mason Miller, I think the only two pitchers going, right?
Yep.
Some paint there from Gillespie, so he strikes out the first guy that he faces this spring, and one down in the ninth.
A four-seam fastball kind of riding it back over that outside corner. He gets out number one.
Logan made 3 big league appearances for the Padres last year, all of them in the first month of this season. Had a .257 ERA. And that one goes off of his glove, handled by Reyes at second, and safe at first base is Teodosio.
Teodosio getting down that line. Hard chopper off Gillespie's glove.
Omar Martinez.
Yes, gets to it quick, but able to leg it out for an infield single.
Now Omar Martinez, who homered in his first at bat. That was back in the 7th inning. One of 3 home runs the Angels have hit today, all of them solo shots. Those are the only 3 runs they have scored on the afternoon. Padres got a big 2-run single from Ty France, a 2-run double from Mason McCoy, an RBI double from Romeo Sanabria, and a pair of bases loaded walks to tally their 7 runs. Got him. Runner will take second base as Teodosio steals without a throw, but a couple of strikeouts here in the 9th inning for Gillespie. And with the Padres up by 4, Logan 1 out away from closing the door.
And that fastball exploding at the plate. He has his second punch out of the inning.
Longtime White Sox, Yolmer Sanchez, now 33 years old, switch hitter, batting left-handed against Gillespie. And an ugly swing and a miss at a cutter, strike 1. Padres now a strike away here in the ninth. The first of two spring meetings between the Padres and the Angels will make the return trip to Tempe on March 10th. Inside out swing, and that's a foul ball up the third baseline. Teams will see each other early on in the regular season as well. Mid-April, the only 3 games of the year between the Padres and the Angels will be up in Anaheim. Last time we were there 2 years ago, ton of Padre fans. It was a lot of fun. 0-2 again to Yolmer Sanchez, and Gillespie will step off. Logan Gillespie trying to finish a game started by Michael King. Padres by 4 in the ninth. And another foul ball. Sanchez spent all last year at Salt Lake with him, and he'll strike out here to end the game as Logan Gillespie records 3 strikeouts in his first action of 2026 and his first action as a dad. Padres come back, beat the Angels here this afternoon by a final of 7-3. Hugs all around. Take a break, come back, give you some final thoughts and the totals after this.